Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started in a little while, but as you know, we always do our chat. And I'm just rushing in. As some of you know, I have a job, but I only do that like the last quarter of the year. So I'm not complaining, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So I always look forward now to being here, on a Monday just to come back into balance. And of course, we have our beautiful tribe that comes here and gets things set up for us to do this. So as people coming on board, I do have some really recent new information that has just come in, and I want to share what this is because it's pretty important. I've been kind of contemplating about this, the so-called 3 days of darkness, which I guess many of you have heard about that on some level. And it's been around and talking about it for a very long time. There's been some prophecies, about this 3 day of darkness. But one of the things that I do know scientifically is we've been having a lot of solar flares. There's been a lot of activity with our sun. And of course, that impacts us, as energetic beings and the planet and all of life. Now, interestingly enough, there is this, concept that these flashes these flashes that come from the sun, okay, these solar flares, as that's happening, it's upgrading us energetically. We are in alignment. Our DNA is getting upgraded. So these solar flares that come in, and sometimes you could really feel them. That's when you feel drained or you feel tired or your body's achy, and what they call us ascension symptoms. So we have all kind of gone through this, but the idea behind it is that our physical, mental, and emotional bodies are being upgraded as our frequencies are being upgraded. But the understanding that I have is that, oh, hi there, Lisa. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hi. Hello, everybody, for coming in. Good to see you, Lisa. It's been a little while. Glad that you're here. So one of the things that they're supposed to be, we're having the solar flares, but at some point there's to be a solar flash, which is different from a solar flare. And supposedly, when that happens, those in humanity have raised to a certain area level would be able to sustain the flash. Now, I don't know if that's, in some parallel universe that just wipes out everything, but I don't think that's the case on the timeline that we are. I think that perhaps if that does happen, that we are going to be upgraded into that frequency, and that perhaps maybe then that might be the thing that takes out the grids, and maybe we do have 3 days of darkness. I'm not sure how that unfolds, but what I am sharing to you and what I did get was from this scientific, let me just get it out. Okay, so what it is, it says a huge plasma filament breaks as the sun destabilizes. That happened today. Okay. And what it says, in addition to that, that there is a chain reaction begins because there is something, I guess, within the sun that when that happens causes something else. I don't know the exact scientific guidelines of it. Actually, I'm sure if you look it up, you'll be able to find it on YouTube. But basically, today, a huge plasma filament breaks as the sun destabilizes. So when I saw that, that's when, I was thinking about as I mentioned, I was really thinking about, well, what's happening with these solar flares. And as you know, the Schumann resonance is changing. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, if you go ahead and start doing some of the scientific stuff and reading what's going on with that, you're like, wow, there is a lot of change going on. So, perhaps this is going to be, I feel that I think all of us are feeling this convergence of energy. We've been feeling it for a while, and I think we're at the precipice of it. Another huge event is November 15th, some, astrological planetary alignments are changing and shifting, and we have a new moon, and there's different things that are happening right now energetically. And I think maybe the word I want to say, there's a shaking out of things, shaking out, perhaps it's, in the Bible, they talk about the shaft, removing the shaft from the wheat, it's like a, shaking out or purification or whatever you want to describe it. But I think everybody is sensing and feeling that, in the United States, of course, they just had the elections. That's the easy part. Okay. The more difficult part is, let's see what's going to happen the weeks and months ahead. Okay. And so I just think that us light workers, okay, we really have a very responsible job to do. And I really, really emphasize this. It is really, really important that we don't get caught up in the drama. I excluded myself, okay, from all the discussion drama that is going on there, because you have a lot of tense emotions on both sides. Mother Mary talked about the extreme polarities. Our whole thing is to stay in that neutral observer. I am detached. I am detached from all of that. I really am. Not that I'm not, a good doing my civic duty. I did. Okay, I voted. I voted my heart and prayer as to who and what to vote for, which is my personal opinion. Did what I thought was my authentic decision from everything that I've done in my research. I did do that. And what I do know is that no matter, okay, what's happening, okay, on this level, light workers operate on this level because this is the level we're operating on that is really behind the scenes of what's happening on the material or political front. That's behind the scenes is where we have to put our energy in. And one of the things that Mother Mary asked us to do, she said to please keep the polarities in balance. That's our job. Our job is to hold, okay, this tube, if you will, that's going to come straight down, and we hold the higher light. You could say it's like the cosmic antakarana, to keep that energy and have it come in so it could stabilize the polarities, because the polarities are in great extreme, in great extreme. I just like that. In the front, yeah, great extreme. So that would be our job to do. Okay. And then again, is, yes, you have an opinion, but I would stay away from, okay, the things of the world. We are in the world, but we're not of it. And not to say we're not participants in the world. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, if you have a higher knowledge or understanding of how things work behind the scenes, why would you engage in this little stuff? Like, for example, you have, people that have like an issue with little petty things, like, I think that person insulted me. They ignored me. Okay. Forgive and move on, because we're talking about being planetary world servers here. There's much larger things that we have to address and put our focus on. So you just become, very centered and aware of what it is that you are here to do. All these other minor things, they just take a back seat, and we just stay very focused on our spiritual work and to stay centered. I would say that that is really very, very important at this time. So I would say that because of this big solar flash, and that just happened today, okay, energetically, you may want to just take extra good care of yourself, um, as this big coronal mass, they said, is supposed to arrive tomorrow. So if you feel that you just need to rest, drink more water, hydrate, don't ignore those things, okay, that your inner intuition is trying to get your attention. But yeah, that did happen. So it's a huge plasma filament that has broken off and is supposed to be arriving tomorrow, and it'll also have impact for the next 3 days. Okay. But as I said, I feel that this is all a very good thing. because these flashes, these solar flashes, they are upgrading our DNA, they're upgrading our vibration. Okay. And if there's a main event, we're going to be ready for that energetically. And not only that, as we are vibing at a higher vibration, look how much impact we have on the world, right? Amazing impact on the world we have. So, you don't need to have millions and millions. What you need is a handful of dedicated light workers that can hold the higher light, okay, that have the light quotient to hold that. You don't need millions. You just need a dedicated group to say we are holding the higher light. And when you see those light workers, we're the ones that are the boots on the ground. Look at the myriad of light beings, okay, that we're connected to. And as they say, and I'm going to say it again, that our role is so critical because we're the ones that put the bodysuits on. We're vibing to the 3D earth. Okay, we said, okay, we'll have our memory wiped and we'll just go in and try to remember who we are and uplift the planet and all her life. No small task. And not for the not for the weak of heart, for sure. But we all signed up. You're listening to this. We all signed up to do this. Okay. And isn't it the challenges that has made you strong? Isn't there something that says what doesn't kill you will make you strong? That's true. That's true. And so we are spiritual warriors, we are light workers, we are star seeds. Many of us are missing home, where home is, but you want to leave until mission accomplished. That's my thing. Okay. Mission accomplished. Okay. We're going on to the next step. And how exciting are we in a time right now where this is like really real? Like, we can actually make this flip within our lifetimes. And I want to say something else and reiterate it over and over again. When you start raising your vibration, I got to tell you, everybody that I see that is on this path looks amazing. They all look great. I'm like, wow, you look good. Wow, you look good. Because it's the light. This higher light is vibing from them. So the whole thing of like, well, this happens, and not to say that these bodies are necessarily designed to last forever, but we don't have to go by the program of the gravitational pull of the planet if our consciousness is way beyond that. Draw on that. Draw on the cosmic exotonal lines. Bring that energy into your physical, mental, emotional bodies. As you get older, you start getting better, stronger, healthier. That's what's happening to me. I'm better than I was when I was in my 50s. I'm like, wow. And I was heard, they said, oh, it's really going to come together finally in your 70s. So I'm like, what? That's right. I can't say, well, this should have happened in this decade. This needs to happen in that day. No, you have to erase all of that blank slate and just say, I'm a divine being. I have access, okay, to my wholeness, my fullness, my joy, my happiness, and my power. Okay, and not let the program, and it takes a lot to deprogram the deprogram that's been for generation to generation. But guess what? We're the ones that we've been waiting for, and we're now ready. We've walked this path. And so we can do this quantum leap and bring others with us. So I would say it is a very, very, very exciting time indeed. Okay, so a couple things I want to announce before we get started. I am so excited. I am so excited. We're going to be doing the Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo. It's going to be on Sunday, November the 24th. We have some wonderful, gifted healers from Sedona. And I mean, top notch, top notch, top notch. They're all into the alignment of what's coming in now. And also, too, we have a very selected group of psychic mediums and spiritual counselors of various modalities. And so it's going to be that Thanksgiving weekend. So it's going to be the Sunday. I have guests over, say, gee, what can we do? I know, let's go to the Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo on Sunday from 12 to 5. And then at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a beautiful bowls. We're going to have the beautiful energetic bowls that we're going to have. So please look at the Cosmic Center calendar. And December, the big announcement is Dr. Hertak, okay, of the Keys of Enoch. He is world famous. If you know about the Keys of Enoch, if you don't, just Google it. You'll see tons of material that is from Enoch, describe Enoch, like talked about in the Old Testament, slash Metatron. Huge, huge volumes of work. And he's going to be here. And the last book of these keys, because he had to wait like 20 years, 30 years, something for the last 10, is going to be in 2025. Very interesting. The last book is 2025. So very interested in what he has to say when he's here as we get ready for 2025. So if you go onto our website again, on our calendar, you're going to see all of this, but that's a huge that he does come here. He usually goes around the world, with big conferences with thousands of people, but he's here because Kim Converse is here. We've been teaching the keys of Enoch for years and years and years. So that's one of the reasons why he's coming over here. And his wife, Desiree, and Alan Steinfeld of Reality TV. He's going to be here. His big book about UFOs and aliens is now, beginning to resonate, and people are doing that. So I first want to say hello. What is your name?
I'm Corey.
Hi, Corey. Welcome. Is this your first time you've been here? Okay, well, welcome, Corey. I'll talk to you after. I know you, and you've been here before too. That's right. Okay, good to see everybody here. We have some beautiful light workers that are here at the Cosmic Center in Sarasota, Florida, and we have our beautiful light workers that are online. Okay, so we're going to get started. And I guess the first thing that I really want to do is I want to start off with looking in at this picture. It's called The Opening Grids to Other Dimensional Worlds. And if there's any time that this is the time that is happening, that is right now, right now. And all of us know disclosure is happening. I used to think, well, disclosure is going to be in about 5 years. Now I'm thinking 3 years, maybe like 2 years, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but it's imminent. Disclosure is imminent. There's no getting around it. They can't hide it anymore. The masses of the people are going to know. Now, I will tell you, in South America, when I was in Peru and in Bolivia, in Pumapunca and Cusco, they're like, yeah, they're star people. Doesn't everybody know? I said, no, well, not everybody. They were like, yeah, who doesn't know that we're not the only ones in the multiverse? I said, you'd be surprised to know how many people don't know that. They're like, yeah, so it's very interesting how, certain sections governments and control do. But I want everybody just to take a look at this picture. And as they say, a picture paints 1,000 words. And we are very much into the opening of the grids to other dimensional worlds. Some of you may not know, I'm just starting to spread it out. That's the Sarasota area has a Stargate. We are a Stargate in this area over here. So things are really beginning to rev up. And I'll just pass it to everybody else to take a look at that. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is just take a deep breath. And let's have this blessing. Blessed are they who seek the light, for light shall be given in greater measure. Blessed are they who give of the energy of light, for they shall know the increase. Blessed are the children of light upon the earth, for theirs is the reward of the redemption. For the children of light are given the work of lifting the planet out of its state of darkness through the increase of their own vibratory rate as it emanates from their being into the ethers. As ye are lifted, you will draw unto the self that one who seeks. The child of light is thereby the servant of the Most High. El Elyon. Amen, 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 and amen. Ezrium palti ata yod he vod he. Ezrium palti ata yod he vod he. Ezrium palti ata yod he vod he. I behold the healing nature of the divine radiating through me and activating my heart chakra. I behold all the beings who surround me with love and offer me their spiritual support. I reject those not of the divine host who only want to control me or have me control others. Once I have surpassed this temptation, I can see clearly enough to behold the all-penetrating divine eye, which continually watches over me. Whether it be from the divine host or directly from the powers of renewal and transformation from the Supreme One. I see in this vision how the divine is guiding me and directing my every action. I lack nothing because you have helped me, and I am no longer alone. And I want to mention, I see Ani Ra is here. Yesterday, we had the Violet Flame invocation with Saint Germain. It was so powerful. So we still have that Violet Flame energy that is emanating here within the sanctuary and thereby through everybody over here with Saint Germain. That violet flame, remember that that again is a spiritual tool that we can use for transformation, transfiguration. We indeed are the great alchemists. I want to say that in these anchoring light, which has been taking place for 18 years without fail, one of the messages that has come in is saying that we are the greatest alchemist because we have come into the physical body. Okay, there no one should have a self-esteem problem if you understood how we are loved and appreciated and all like, wow, they actually came into a three density so-called fallen world, and they're going to be the ones that are going to help to rise the vibration, okay, and bring it into its cosmic neighborhood of an ascended planet. And what the message that has come in is that that is a big deal to come into physical human form with with an earth suit on, okay, and lose your cosmic connection, but you do have that divinity, that part of you that pulls you through, keeps you going on in this path. And one of the things, as I understand it, is that why there's so much interest from other layers of intelligence is because they want to see how the humans of the Adam Kadmon pulls it off, how they could come into a three density world, be able to bring in the highest divinity of what they are and who they are, and bring in this alchemy of the ascension for the planet and working as great birthers. So that's a big deal that's going out there in the multiverse. So we're kind of known. Okay, so now we're going to say our prayers. And why do we say our prayers? We say our prayers because we are crystal bubbling clear as to what we are connected to, which is the Ein Sof, the eternal light. Not to be confused with any other light, but the eternal light, the eternal Father and the eternal Mother. And so that is why we affirm that all the time. So if you just give me a moment, let me get that up here and then we can do that.